God, so much pressure. Yo, good look, child. You're not using you for that. Trust and believe. Turning on my light. Oh,
You got a ring light?
and I don't have the big one. I don't like the little big one. It's too hot. Too much going on. I used to have one, but I don't know where it's at now.
I just stopped using my shit on the
It,
highest. On
it's too much. It'd be too bright. Oh,
the,
we is live. I should probably say that. We,
ooh, should I do? Yeah, do.
oh, dear God.
Ooh. Hey, Miss Witt.
Hey,
Ooh,
Miss Ware.
should I do? Do, do. Ooh.
Oh, dear. This coffee is so good.
Happy Saturday.
It is a silly Saturday.
The very first time.
No, 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 no. We're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. All right, are we ready? And here we go. Hey now. Let me put a quick Shondo in the chat. Hello, all. I'm being fat.
Good morning, love. Good morning. It is
Hey,
early
Bongo.
morning. This trail got me up
Ty,
before the damn
Ty, Ty. We're not going to talk about why you really are up this early. We're not. We're just going to leave that. We're really
insomnia.
not going to do that.
You want to throw my insomnia out there?
Nope. Nope.
Hello, baby. Good morning.
Wait, no, Miss Witt, you were supposed to go watch episode 10, the infamous walk off, where I got mad at Zale Swag in Paris and walked off. That's what you were supposed to go watch. But anyway, I'm glad you went and watched it. Hey, little baby.
What are you eating?
Todd, don't do me, as I'll be forced to do you harder.
Do me, baby.
Oh, that is that jam. Like you've never done before. Oh,
Ooh, give it to me.
till I
Hello,
just can't take
hello,
no
hello.
more. Oh,
Do me, baby. Ow.
but you know what, Miss Witt? People always ask me what my best reviews are. I always say my love and hip hop. To me, my best reviews are love and hip hop. Subscribers will tell you David Makes Man are my best reviews. And I love my David Makes Man reviews. I think they are great, but I think my Queen Sugar reviews are better than my David Makes Man reviews. But my favorite reviews to do is Love and Hip Hop. Atlanta and Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Those are my favorite ones to do. I'm not gonna lie.
Review this. Review that.
Why is this not? Oh, that's why it's not charging because it's not plugged in. I'm like, why is it not charging? Because it's not plugged in.
Why are you lovely ladies up so?
Miss Witt, have you seen Prince's slab of beef, honey? He got a nice big slab of beef over there.
Who?
Prince from Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Oh, I thought she talking about the legend Prince.
Oh, I thought she was talking about Prince from Love and Hip Hop. Oh,
Ugh,
you can have him.
this nigga, his fucking obsession with cock.
Really?
It's
Really?
sad. It's sad thing.
Really?
I'm not obsessed with anything.
You better get that out, love you.
Good morning, people. Miss
Good
Witt,
morning. Can we get started? Oh,
little
God.
baby. Why
See,
y'all up so early? What y'all doing up so early?
because it's Silly Saturday, and they are used to Silly Saturdays being in the morning. They know how this goes.
Oh.
They know how we roll on Saturday morning. for a silly Saturday. They already know how we roll, right? My people know. Listen,
Y'all ready to get silly? Y'all ready to get silly? Can I see some Shondos?
so how has your week been, Ty?
Not bad. Not bad at all. Just
Sorry.
relaxing.
I'm supposed to be working out, but this engine is slow to get y'all. I know, baby. I know, honey.
You mean this engine that's in your body or the car?
Yes, she made the engine as in her body. I'm gonna need for you to
Oh, because I'm like, where do you live?
context clues.
Your car needs to.
Context clues.
She could
Context
have been
clues,
talking about a
please.
car. That's why I wanted to know where was she living, where her car needed to warm up,
You know what?
so she had to get to the gym.
I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you. You might do your workout doing this like, go on, girl, work out, bitch,
See
work it
what I'm
out.
drinking? You see what I'm drinking? Yeah, you can work out to this video right here. I'm gonna give you a nice little beat. Cha-da, cha, cha-da.
So we got a lot going on, y'all. Um, oh, there was something else I wanted to talk about. I didn't even tell you about, Ty. You might not even be up to speed on it, but we'll talk about it later.
Uh,
Then we can get caught up.
I thought you
So,
was
yesterday, y'all know we break stories first. And y'all know this channel always breaks a story first, and then the other people come on round. But y'all remember we broke the Andrew Gillum story first. There was a lot of stories that we broke on my channel first, and then the girls want to follow up and have
savage.
a theory afterwards. But we likes to break the stories here. So remember, y'all heard we started talking about the lady and her boyfriend yesterday first, and then I started seeing it making its rounds after we did it. Oh, this coffee is extra good this morning.
I did hear about it first from you.
Hmm.
I hate to say.
We do listen. We listen. It's so many those people who ride or die with me.
This
They
reflection.
know going all the way back, silly Saturdays or other lives. We have always broke a story first, and then the people come. You know, we give you the news as we see it.
Yes.
I will say this. I am thinking about, and Ty, you're going to tell me that I'm going to ask you, Ty, your advice, and then I'll see how the chat feels. So I am thinking that for the channel, I might switch to having live videos be members only, and then have the pre-recorded videos be just the open videos. Um, only because my channel isn't like a whole lot of other channels in that I don't this channel we don't do a whole lot of super chats and cash apps over here. I definitely don't be asking people for super chats and cash apps over here. And the live videos to me don't make the same revenue because I don't get a whole lot of cash apps and super chats that the pre-recorded videos do. So I feel like it would just be best that I make that something that I offer to my members who are paying, and that would be something exclusive to them, maybe. And then have all my, regular pre-recorded videos be the open ones. What do you think, Ty?
I say if you could get money from both, like if the live generates 20 cent a month, I would still do the lives. I'm like, why not?
And some lives only make 20 cents. You being facetious, and some lives, depending on what it is, only make 20 cents.
But I'm like, why not? What's it hurting? We're not doing anything. backstage that we're not doing live for the public?
Um. Well, the one thing is, y'all know me and YouTube, the Googles, we have a tumultuous relationship where them hoes always trying to shut my shit down any fucking way. Like they just don't see it from me. They be so disrespectful. You know, they shut down my shit in the middle of the live. They so disrespectful.
No,
Most of my, I would say most, if not all of my lives end up not being monetized. End up not being monetized at all because they just don't see it from me, and they don't have nothing to do with the content or whatever. They just don't see it from me because sometimes it don't be no cussing. Maybe like the live where we was doing nothing but talk about Black Lives Matter, and they shut us down in the middle, right in the middle. But I'm thinking about it. What do y'all think? In the chat, what do y'all think? But yeah, time. So Nicole Stevens says keep it open. Okay.
yeah, I say keep it open. Shit.
Hmm. Well, we will we'll try to fight the good fight and keep it open. But it does become um tiresome and to keep going back and forth with YouTube and the Googles.
You ain't built for it, I thought you was from Miami.
I'm built for everything.
Windmill on them
But
hoes.
I'm built for everything. But the thing about it is why not just work smarter and not harder?
True, true.
Because if y'all not gonna monetize it anyway, then I might as well go ahead and have it for people who are you know, adding revenue too.
Yeah, are they more lenient or do they just let you do whatever when you
If it's members only, it, it very you can monetize members only lives, but it's a smaller group of people, so it's not gonna really get much of any monetization. And it's not members only live is for members who because they've already monetized themselves on your channel. So it's for them, it's not you and so
but
that
does
way
YouTube usually interfere with those personal
no, no. I'm not saying they don't ever, but they're lot less um
that's
they're
like
a lot more lenient with regard to what they will and would not allow. Do they not play those games in your membership live? No, they don't play them games in my membership lives. In the members only live, we get sit down and because
so if we was in a
oh,
members only live right now, I could show everybody how I'm working on my twerk.
as long as you have on clothing.
Of course, I do. Why would I not have on clothing and
Hold
perform
on.
such?
Stand up. Let me make sure you got clothing. Stand up backstage so I can see you. Make sure you have on clothing. Stand up, sir. Stand up. I don't see nothing but your belly button. I see this is the function. Talking about.
Don't ever take me on camera and pretend that I'm showing you something. Don't ever do that. You stand up,
I can't stand you.
you stand up.
But I can stand up because I have on underwear and gray
Under
sweatpants.
under underoos.
But I'm not definitively going to do that You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want it. I don't want my people not to be able to enjoy my life. I think some of my best videos, y'all know, I say some of my best videos are silly Saturdays. So anyway, it's just something I was thinking about. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. But we here now. We live. What was I supposed to be talking about? Oh, what came out yesterday? I looked early yesterday afternoon time. Them hoes already had 23 million views. It was like yesterday afternoon, and it was like 23 million views already.
Yeah, when I looked, it was around 27, something like that, 25. But they doing their thing. I love it.
I was here for it. I was here for all of it, and they did their thing. I would listen.
I'm seeing 34 million now.
So now really be coming here. First of all, really be.
Hey, really big.
Everybody knows that I announced yesterday that I would be on for Silly Saturday between 10 and 10:30, like always. Don't come in here with your foolery.
Why you haven't listened to it, baby?
Let me tell you why I love it, because they sampled DJ Uncle Al, a Miami native and great. There's some hoes in this house.
Hoes in
That's
this
Uncle
house.
Al.
There's some hoes in this
That
house.
is Uncle Al. And that's Miami. I live for Uncle. Listen, when I heard there's some hoes in this, I was like, yes, take me back, bitch. Who that took me back to some good times when I was a child, honey.
It's just crazy to me how everybody is so quick to. Everybody's a critic. Everybody want to compare and judge and oh, it's not like her, it's not like her, or her verse was better than her verse, or oh, this video they took this off of this one and that one off of this one, and that video is like when Beyonce did da 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 da. And I'm just,
It's that I really, when I watched it, I didn't think about none of that.
me
I
neither.
looked at the video in a vacuum and
Well,
said,
one thing I did think about is that loop ponytail thing that Cardi had. Naomi did have that on an episode of Legendary.
mm-hmm, she did.
So when I saw that, I thought of that, and just also thought about how they always say how so much of mainstream pop. I mean mainstream, you know, was popular in mainstream bites off of the ballroom scene or the gays and all that
Mm-hmm.
type of stuff. So I was just like, well, damn, it wasn't not even a few weeks ago when Naomi had that or something similar to that, and here she go. But I was here for it. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, the first thing that stuck out to me was the Uncle Al, because I was like here for it. Um, to me, when I compare Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion is a much better rapper and lyricist than Cardi B. Much better. Um,
Maybe I'm glad y'all enjoying it.
child. And I know people have already started with it's the proliferation of whores and skanks across the fruited plains with this video. But these are the same people who had no problem with Lil Kim back when they were young. Some of these people now they're in their late 30s, early 40s, mid 40s, early 60s, like you, Ty, and really be. And y'all all of a
I'm not gonna
sudden,
disrespect that woman like that.
and y'all gonna say, oh,
How the
y'all got a
fuck,
problem with
how
them.
the fuck do I
But
mute
Lil
her
Kim
camera?
was doing all kinds of.
How do I mute his camera?
You cannot. This is, yeah,
Oh,
you can't do that.
I tried to
Anyway,
get B. I tried to get him.
um, anyway, but I was like, wait a minute, how y'all gonna be all up in arms about them talking about how they proliferating this, that, and the third? But I remember y'all were the same ones bumping to Lil Kim, who was the biggest whore of whores in America during her day. Shall I remind you when she had to get her stomach pumped because she had to swallow too much ejaculate? Do we need to go back down that road?
Ooh,
Lil Kim.
why are you sullying that woman's good name?
I'm not.
I have not heard no story.
Oh, that's a long time ago. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I thought the video was hot. But what I was saying was Megan Thee Stallion clearly is a better rapper and lyricist than Cardi B by far. And Cardi B looked better than Megan Thee Stallion, but both of them was hot. Cardi B's fashion, I don't know who does that woman's looks, but whoever does her looks, she ain't paying them enough. Because they always, I don't care what video Cardi B is in, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about that whore. But
that shit.
in the video, but
That
I feel like her
leopard.
titties look too fake to me. They look just too fake.
They look good though. I thought it was a breastplate or
Right, I thought it looked like,
because they have
prosthetic
those
breasts.
prosthetic type of shirts that look like you have
Mhm.
breasts out there like that. But I could tell she did something. I could see that the movement, vibration in them shits that was her. But them shits looked at they looked it nice. They looked it real nice.
I thought the color schemes that they did that like that neon green and purple was everything. That neon green and purple gave me life eternal. And then when Cardi B came out with that leopard, now Megan, Cardi B had the leopard. Megan had the snow tiger or whatever, the white and black. I think tiger, but whatever cat print Cardi B had on first with the brown. Well, you talk about she had the little prosthetic titty or whatever fake titty looking baby, I was like, oh, I don't even like Cooter, but oh, you were oh, dear God.
Especially when that scene came on when Megan was in the split.
Yes.
It's like, yes.
And Megan was dropping bars now. They was talking about Megan be dropping bars. I love Megan. This time she be dropping bars for me. She do. Did you see my girl Sukiana was in it? It was
No.
yes. At the end, they had what's the girl name? Oh girl, the little black girl who was first that they put on at the end. She was part of that group. And then she start her own solo. She had the video with her dancing. I can't think of the girl name. Somebody gonna put it in the chat. Somebody put it in the chat. What's the girl name? Oh, the first girl they had. Ain't nobody helping me, y'all. Where are my fact checkers? Hey, Alana.
Wait. Virtual, I'm not sure who is Sukiana cool with that she got up in that video.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Remember, like a month or two ago, Sukiana went viral with the video of her and her boyfriend when it was it the little challenge where you turn the light on and off, and she turned the light off, and then she turned it back on, and they was fucking or she was sucking his dick or something. Y'all here really be sending me these message by word text messages.
Oh, I thought that was Cash Apps.
That's really be. She's so petty. She's so petty. She typing a whole paragraph, word by word. She's so petty. I can't stand her. Really being so petty. She's so petty. Mind you, everybody was informed doing Silly Saturdays this morning. Everybody.
I'm still surprised that it's so early. I don't know.
Child. What's the girl name?
I don't know. I see her, but I don't know her.
Girl. Now I got to do my own research. I got to be producing everything. God.
I see her, but I don't know her. I don't know hardly. I didn't even realize that that was Kendall in the video until people started saying it.
I don't like Kendall. That was Kylie.
Kylie. See, yeah, I can't even
I
pronounce.
can't stand her. Now that's what they should have been upset about is the proliferation of the Kardashians across the food play. That's the only part that pissed me off about the video that they had that whore Kylie in it. But I guess you talk about hoes in this house, that's why you have Kylie on there.
I
Anyway,
wonder, I do wonder if both of them um, wrote all of their lyrics themselves.
I doubt Normani, that's the girl name. There we go. God,
Uh,
I couldn't think of the girl name. Normani. Remember Normani used to be a part of that group? She was in a group, and then I think like a year or two ago, she dropped a little solo song and she was dancing, giving you the business like, ow, bitch. That's her name, Normani. China couldn't think of that woman's name. But they had Normani who was twerking that day. I was living for Normani. She had a little black and white or whatever. I don't know who the white girl was though. There was a white girl who had on red at the end. Not really be telling me to kiss her ass. See what I'm saying?
her whole entire
Now,
ass. Don't miss the crack.
yeah, I don't believe you can't make
How
me
do we
believe
know? How
right.
do we know she don't write her stuff?
Child Cardi B is still trying to conjugate verbs in English. So you
Y'all
ask
not,
her to write anything, honey.
y'all not gonna give her too much.
I'm gonna give her whatever she wants, but she's a manufactured person. I ain't mad at it.
How is she
They
man?
popped her.
She was
They
hustling.
popped her in the machine. She's manufactured. You
Aren't
know,
they all? Aren't they all?
nah.
Who is
Some
them?
people,
Huh?
some people. Now I'm not saying they all aren't, because I'm not saying a lot of them aren't. So I just want you to be able to have your own writing ability. But I was glad to see Sukiyana in the video. I was like, okay, Sukiyana, I see
I would
you,
like
bitch.
to see some chart topping hits or songs from her.
Yeah, but you know, when the machine works, it works. I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? They popped out the machine. Go ahead, child.
Oh,
Right, little baby. Some people pop out the machine. Some people have true talent. Megan the Stallion, I feel, has more talent, whereas Cardi B is popped out the machine.
how could you? I mean, I like Megan, but we don't know that much about her. How could you even say that? At least with Cardi, we got to watch her for a year or two
No,
on.
no, no. What I'm saying, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying Cardi isn't a talented young lady. Cardi, whatever they put in front of her, they say we need you to wear this, we need you to do this, we need you to do this dance, we need you to say this. Here's the lyrics that you gonna do. She gonna go and she gonna perform it and perform it well, and I'm great with that. Some of the greatest entertainers on the face of the planet. Now, this may sound like sacrilege, but for example, my queen, Queen Janet. Queen Janet, they gave her music. They told her, you know what I'm saying? This is what I want you to sing. She had choreographers that said, you know, I like this is how, you know, I want you to perform, move, dot, dot, dot. You know, she had people working behind her. This is how your stage and everything gonna be set up. This is how the things gonna go. And she put her talent with that, and you know, what the machine produced, along with her God-given talent, it made her Queen Janet. Cardi B, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to belittle her, but if I'm talking about rapper, and when I say rapper, to me, it starts with your ability to spit and have bars. And if I'm going Megan Thee Stallion versus Cardi B, I'm probably going Megan Thee Stallion because I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like Megan Thee Stallion writes more than Cardi B. Now I could be wrong.
That's possible, but I don't think Cardi is just a a puppet. I think she is doing some writing.
Yeah, she might be. I'm not. She might. But you know what? Something happens sometimes. Once the machine gets you going and you start to find your brand, then you do start to see people do a lot more writing at that point and a lot more maneuvering for themselves. Some people it works for them when they start to write for themselves. Some people it doesn't work as well for them. I'll give you an example. You know who it didn't work well for when they started to write their own, try to write their own stuff? Monica. When Monica got away from the machine, Monica had astronomical talent. But if you compare her career to Brandy's, she should have had a much bigger career than Brandy. But the problem is, Monica started to write for herself, and some of the music she was writing for herself just didn't really do it. Whereas Brandy stayed in the machine. Not that Brandy didn't have, some influence on her writing and different things like that, but she stayed true to what the machine wanted her to do, and her career seemed to do much better. If this is really B sending me to, you know what? I can't stand her. That's really B. That's really B. I'm gonna mute her. I'm putting my phone on airplane mode. I'm putting my phone on airplane mode. So now, oh, wait a minute. I want y'all to put in the chat. Put a 27 in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. If you remember me saying on the live last night or yesterday afternoon, when we were going to be on Silly Saturday, please put a 27 in the chat. Because really Beast is trying to make it like I didn't say I was going to be on for Silly Saturday yesterday between 10 and 10:30 Eastern. Please put a 27 in the chat if you remember me saying that on the live yesterday. It's still on YouTube. You can go watch the live right now.
I know somebody who has wrote Grammy Award winning songs for legends, Aretha, Whitney, Patty, all that type of stuff. And they put out a few albums themselves, and they got a nice voice, and but it just doesn't take off for them. And I'm like, I know if you wrote some bangers for them, you and a lot of his songs are very good, very, very good. But I guess it just depends on who is.
Yeah. Well, Dark Child, I think for me, Brandy was best when she was with Rodney Jerkins. That was the best iteration of Brandy. When her and Rodney Jerkins were together, that was Brandy at her best. But for example, some people are better writers for other people. I'll give you a perfect example. Pharrell Williams. Pharrell Williams and the Nerds, the little Asian guy that be with him, I can't think of his name. They write hits and bangers for everybody. But when he does his own albums, it'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Some people are best. Very few people can write for themselves. Mariah is one of the few that can write for herself and has always been doing it since the beginning. Erykah Badu is somebody who writes for herself and can. Chrisette Michele is someone who writes for herself and does well with it. But everybody can do that. Can't do that. So that's like that child, Saweetie. She has no talent, but just buys what she's selling. People just buys what she's selling because she's pretty. You know, some people say the same thing about Cardi B, but I'm gonna leave that there because the people see it for her. Yeah.
I wonder if this video was shot before or after her Megan's toe getting shot.
Oh no, Volvo. I know that they're the same person. That's why I'm saying. That's why I was reiterating that when she was with Rodney Jerkins, that was the best iteration of Brandy. That was her best. So, oh, I know that. I'm aware. I know that. That's why I was saying that was the best iteration of Brandy.
Yeah, she could sing, but that whole vocal Bible, that always.
Yeah, they can let that go. She ain't no vocal Bible nowhere.
Yeah, that always starts to ruffle my feathers.
a mess. She might be the vocal track, the little tracks that they used to, give out when they was trying to, the little papers. Or she might be the vocal watchtowers, that the Jehovah's Witness give out. We'll
Yeah.
call it vocal watchtowers. that that the Jehovah's Witness give out, the watchtower. Yeah, that's what we gonna call Brady, the vocal watchtower, the vocal Bible.
She the
Wait for
vocal
that.
program. Remember, you go to church, they give you a program.
Mm-hmm.
She the vocal program.
Ciao. Little leaflets, vocal leaflet.
So Ray J retarded that. Well, you can't say that word.
Oh, I'm glad you brought up Ray J. That brings me to another topic that I saw. But before we get to that other topic, scale of 1 to 10, what do you give the video?
I'd say about an 8.5.
8.5. Okay. I gave it a solid 8. It was a solid 8 for me. It was a solid 8 for me. It was a solid 8. It did what it needed to do. It has a video and a song. It helps if it has a certain shock value or it gets the people talking. They're gonna make hella money on it. They are going to make money. Hell, they
I
already
would
have.
say because I'm not a fan of, not a fan, but I'm not crazy about Brandy or Janet. But I wouldn't say that they can't sing. I sort of just say they sing. They have a different style of singing.
Now
That
you see, I really be talking about drop the link. See what I got to go through.
they have a different style of singing that's just not my type of style. I like
Now really be. I'm about to send you the link in this good email. If I send you this good link,
a link to what?
she wants the link to this damn StreamYard.
Oh, yes, really? Come
If
on.
I send you this link, doll baby, and you come over here with your level brand of foolery, it's gonna be me and you. You can't fight me. You can't fight me.
I'll help you, really. I'll help you. It won't take much.
Oh, speaking of which, if you don't follow me, well, Ty, if you don't follow Ty, put your Instagram in the chat. Well, I think your Instagram is the same. Your boy Ty.
Yeah.
Ty, I just emailed you, really be. Ty's Instagram is let me put it in the chat. That's Ty's Instagram. So Ty put an Instagram picture of us from what year was that?
What's that? I think 2016, I think.
When I was up in New York in 2016. And I wanted to see more pictures.
That's the only one that Facebook, because Facebook shared that as a memory.
And what's so funny is I have a picture of us and you were sitting next to me. I was laid out on the towel and I ain't got nothing ass. Just like I had on that picnic table underwear or whatever.
It was a thong. It was a thong.
It was not a thong.
It was a thong.
I just had ass everywhere. And the picnic table design had like ants on it and everything. Just a mess. Just a mess. But that really made me I had my tongue all out like this. Wait, let me see if I can find this.
You heard me? Like a whore.
It was so funny. Looking at that picture, like it really took me back to that weekend. We had a good time that weekend. Ooh, the stories. Ooh, the stories.
Anybody else just send me one because of friend requests? Because although I would love to have thousands of followers, I'm just so picky. Like I see some of my coworkers, and I just don't add everybody.
Like there's me and Ty. I'm trying to get the ring light out the way. See, from that weekend,
Monk.
we had such a good time that weekend. I got on the same hat.
So, let me see.
Yes.
Did you?
This is that same hat.
Have you watched it?
Bitch, fuck you.
I don't know because people don't wash their hats. So
Listen, I am a hat connoisseur. Hey, Monk Chip. Hey, Boo. Man, you know mine. You dirty. I'm gonna ask you, did you wash your ass? How long you done had that? I wonder if you washed that, bitch.
thoroughly and often.
So says you. Now, really be asking me to drop this link. I sent her the link, and here she go with her foolery.
Come through, Billy B. Come through.
I ain't paying her no mind. Anyway, but yes, hey, Monk Chip, Boo. Y'all see what I got to work with? Y'all see the people I got to work with? You mentioned Ray J earlier. New Jones said she sent you a request.
I said
So,
I saw it.
Ray J is apparently Ray J and Princess are about to be executive producers of a show on the little Zeus network or whatever
eBay.
of the on the little Zeus network called One More Chance, where they're gonna have Chance from I Love New York try to, I guess, find love again or whatever. Wild Chance is cute, and Wild Chance meat is okay. Was that his meat or was that his brother's meat that made it all over the Fruiter Plains?
It was him. It was
It
Chance.
was him. But anyway, child, I thought they was getting divorced too, Monk Chip, but they Princess rescinded the divorce. You know, she dropped the divorce proceedings, and so um um yeah, real well, you know, real passed maybe about 4 or 5 years ago now. He had colon cancer. Anyway, I always thought Chance was the cuter one. Anyway, I really didn't get into real like that. God bless the dead. I don't, you know. But I always thought Chance was the better looking one of them. Anyway, hey Jonathan, what's good, fine? But why do y'all keep pushing the same raggedy ass people out here for some of these reality shows? How
What's
many
up?
reality shows have they tried to have this Chance character on? Like, didn't they have 2 seasons with him and his brother? Didn't they have like 2 seasons of their own reality show? And then that was after they came off of
Chance at Love or Real Chance at Love,
Real
something
Chance of
like
Love.
that.
That was after they came. Both was on I Love New York, and then they had that little Stallionaires little thing. It was, I would, I guess.
Once you bit by the bug, who want to go back to flipping burgers?
But my thing is, obviously, the right now those dating shows are past their prime. Okay, the only one that still seems to be making a good deal of money is the Bachelor Bachelorette franchise, and that's because CBS is behind it, which means Disney is behind it. But
People who descended from the Caucasus Mountains.
yeah, the people descended from the Caucasus Mountain. Mind you, you know they about to have a black bachelor. I showed y'all the pictures of him on a previous Silly Saturday. We saw the pictures of him. Anyway, but on like VH1 and stuff like that, you don't see a whole lot of those dating shows anymore. I don't. I'm like,
You should review The Real World. Go all the way back to season 1.
ooh, that's a lot of reviews to do. You know what one of my favorite people from the real world was? I think it was when they were in Hawaii. I loved me some Tech. Remember Tech Tecumseh, the tall, skinny one? He had become. I saw him on a couple of shows. Like he was like
VJ or something.
a host on some little kids game show or something. I saw him on or something. He was doing something. But I always loved him.
Yeah, Road Rules also, yes. When I was in North Carolina, because I didn't have cable, we didn't have cable when I was living in New York. So when I moved down south, we had this big ass satellite that took like 5 minutes when you wanted to change. You had to change changed the direction of the satellite, so the whole fucking satellite had to rotate, and it took like 5 minutes to get to another
A
section.
mess.
But I found the Real World and binge watched it. Oh gosh, I used to put in like 24-hour days.
You know what? I came into the real world early on. Like the first season, I remember watching it. Like I knew what it was. Like you had heard about it in the news, but I didn't really watch it because the people on the first real world were so much older than me. That they, they was more so with really be age. I ain't said they was with you, Ty, but they was more so like really be age. So they were so much more older than me.
Because she
But
do
the
got
first one, I remember watching. Hey, Blue Cartier was the one with Pedro. Remember Pedro? He was dating a little black guy, and that was right around the time where I started to kind of figure out myself, my whole orientation and stuff like that.
I think that was the first season, right?
No, that was like season 3. I think that was season 3. Um, and so I remember that was San Francisco. Because the first season was New York, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was in the country.
That was in the
Yeah, yeah,
first
yeah.
season
Was Heather
was
B?
like 1990 or something like that, and it was in like New York.
Was that Heather B on the first season? Heather B and the other black guy who I think is
The
like
black guy, I remember the black guy vividly. I don't remember his name. I
isn't he
think
in
his last name was
politics right
Powell.
now?
Huh?
Isn't he in politics right now?
I don't know, but he went on to do a whole lot of stuff. The black guy, Heather B was in season 1. Kevin, thank you. The second season, I think, was Los Angeles. I think season 2 was Los Angeles,
Was
but
that
season 3.
when the girl was leaving and the gay boy ran out to the car and slapped her?
Oh, I remember. No, I don't think that was that season, but I remember he ran up to the car and she rolled down the window and that shit popped. And I remember that. I was like, oh shit. I remember that. Oh my
And did they
God.
have a house meeting to get rid of him or something like that?
Yeah.
It was
I
dramatic.
don't think that was that early on. I think that was even after season 3. Oh, that was season 2. That was season 2. Oh, okay.
I forgot Tammy was on. Oh wow! I'm like,
Mm-hmm. Tammy, listen, people say what they want about Tammy. Tammy been around for a long time. That whore, she's been whoring herself for Hollywood for a long time. For about 30 years now. Okay.
ooh, Hollywood better pay her bad.
Daddy.
Run her.
But yes, I think Hawaii was season 4 or 5. I think that's when Hawaii was. Because I remember Tech was in Hawaii. And I remember Chicago. Because Chicago had Kyle on there. And how I remember Kyle is also he's on Good Morning Football now on the NFL Network. But Kyle was also on the Jim Rome show, and I'm a huge Jim Rome fan.
A
And
lot,
yeah,
a lot of the names pop out, but what season and
I
all
think was Chicago the season that Karomo was on?
I remember Karamo.
Was he on?
Wasn't he on Queer Eye?
Huh?
Wasn't he on Queer Eye for the
Yeah,
straight?
he's on the new iteration of Queer Eye, the one that's on Netflix or whatever. But I think Karomo was on Chicago. Are you ready backstage? You better not come on here with your tomfoolery, really be.
Bring the noise,
I love you.
bring the noise.
Cause she be ready to cuss me out. She be ready to cuss me out. Watch that middle finger come up as soon as she comes on. Watch this foolishness. Watch this.
Shake the table. Shake the table.
Good morning. Hey, Ty. Hey, bro. Look at my king. Yes, with his crown on. Yes.
Still Leo season.
Yes, and it's
Oh, the slap was Irene in Seattle. I remember that slap. That slap was heard around the world because it was really a tap because she was driving off. But I remember that. I remember thinking like, oh shit.
It was churning up in his spirit. He couldn't let it go. He was like, wait. He went running out there.
We were running out there. I said, oh shit.
I think Karama was Philly too. I think Karama was Philly too because Philly was when they worked for John Bon Jovi. When they worked for his
Oh, it might have been. I thought it was Chicago, but you might be right. It might have been Philly. I thought it was Chicago.
No, I honestly don't. I remember Karamo, but I really don't remember his season.
Because I remember, Karamo was in Tallahassee with me. Karamo with the fam. I went to Florida State, and I knew Karamo. Well, I ain't gonna go into the story.
No, we know.
Who didn't do that? Who don't you know?
Tallahassee was a hotbed during that time, apparently. Tallahassee was we didn't know it at the time. We didn't know we was gonna have so many people coming out of Tallahassee at that time. But shit, we didn't know people was gonna be shit back then. We couldn't stand each other sometimes.
But
I mean, all of us have been in school or been around you, and then later on in life, you see them, you be like, bitch, I wish I would have known you was gonna be this famous or we was gonna make it somewhere.
Oh, like the mayor of DC. You know, with the high school with the mayor of DC, we know her.
Right.
I know her. Like, I remember you in high school, girl.
And then when the people try to act brand new, like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I could tell you some stories, but I won't go there. Let me backstage, child. Let me backstage. It ain't that.
Yeah, we're waiting for that backstage. But you know what? But you know, Ty, you know who somebody who still who did not do that? Because I saw him when he came to Texas one time last year. Asante, you know, Asante does the little podcast. What's the name of the podcast?
They do the friend zone.
The friend zone. There we go. And you and Ty can tell you, we all came up. We was all cool. You know what I'm saying? Asante was just Asante. You know, it was Asante. So he was one of the people who didn't, but there's some other people who shall remain nameless. You know, they get someplace and now they, girl, you better girl, if you don't sit your ass the fuck down.
I want to get talking because I had an opinion about what y'all was talking about with the whole
Brandy
and Brandy and all of that. And I've said this before, and I think this is what I was agreeing with Ty. I think people act like talent is an all or nothing. And if talent doesn't fall into their bucket of what talent is, and then somebody's not talented, is Meg Thee Stallion a better lyricist than Cardi B? I would say yes. But that doesn't mean that Cardi doesn't have any talent just because it doesn't rise to that bar, that whatever that bar is. When you look at a Cardi B performance, Cardi B puts on a fucking performance. I don't care what whoever her creative director is, she puts on a performance. That's talent. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't do choreography. Everybody can't put on you know what I'm saying? Like, look, and I know Mariah Carey is your girl, but Mariah Carey can't put on a performance. She can sing her ass off, but Mariah Carey's performances are not the best. So there's a talent. Whitney Houston could not put on a performance. She could sing her ass off. Don't do it, Ty. You know I ain't lying.
It's Leo season, and she's a Leo. I think her birthday's a few days away. Please.
She can perform the hell out of
but really, B, that's what I said. But really, B, that's what I was saying when I brought up Janet Jackson. What I was saying was,
I was talking about some of the people in the chat. I was agreeing with you. Yeah.
Right, because just because, you know, there's talent there. If the machine can, in the 21st century, now the machine does sometimes put people out there who don't have no talent at all. They can't perform, they can't sing, they can't rap, they can't do nothing. They just sit there and try to look good. So the machine does do that. But there was a time when in the music industry, you had to have some talent somewhere. You had to be able to perform, you had to be able to sing, you had to be able to do something. Hell, even Paula Abdul, she might not have been the greatest singer, but she could dance her ass off and choreograph her ass off, and so that her talent with performing and dancing and things like that took her someplace. She could hold a little bit of tune and ying 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 around the house. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying. I just think that sometimes there's like an all or nothing, and like
Right.
how.
And I think with any of the arts, anything that falls into the arts, it becomes subjective to the person and what they like, because you're going to have some people who say, I want all production and stage value, circa the Beehive. Where you have some people who say, nope, I want you to be able to sit there, hold a mic, stand there, and sing the house down. You know what I'm saying? Like me
Mm-hmm.
and my best friends, we have this argument all the time. We love Queen Janet. She's, but what, and for me, when I look at a rapper or even a singer, I want you to be able to have a mic stand in front of you, mic, or you holding the mic, you ain't moving. I want you to sing. I want to hear what you got going on. I want to hear the voice. If you're a rapper, I want you to have you a good freestyle battle. I want to see you standing in front of a person and you be able to go off the dome because this person has said something. You have to immediately put some shit together and react to whatever it is that they just said. And that's what, to me, some of the greats have been able to do. Like that's
Right.
what made Biggie so legendary before he even got big, mainstream. That's what made Rakim, so that's just my thing.
Yeah, it just frustrates me because like people like, oh, well, Cardi doesn't even write her own stuff. Cardi does write some of her own stuff. She doesn't write all of her own stuff. But let's be clear, Jay-Z told y'all 15 years ago. There's a whole lot of y'all favorite rappers who don't write their own shit just because
Right.
they haven't been exposed. Your boy that's on Marriage Boot Camp right now. He's a ghostwriter. Phaedra's fake boyfriend. That's what he does. He's a ghostwriter. And so, just because Cardi's been exposed as not writing her own lyrics, stop. It's a whole lot of motherfuckers out here that don't write their own stuff. That doesn't
Hell,
mean
we know your girl had Safari writing for her for many years.
right. Nicki Minaj, absolutely, he did. He absolutely wrote for Nicki Minaj, so she could sit there and act like she write all her own stuff. No, you had a ghostwriter too. He just happened to be your boyfriend at the time, so maybe you thought y'all was partners. But
Hell,
he wrote your shit.
Papoose has stayed, relevant for so many years, ghostwriting for a whole lot of people.
Absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think somewhere along the lines, they became this invisible rule that you had to write your own lyrics in order to be a real MC or a respected MC. But it's a whole lot of MCs that don't write their shit. Right? It's the same thing with singers. It's a lot of singers that don't write. The reason why Whitney Houston's estate wasn't the same level of a Michael Jackson's estate is because she didn't write her own music. So Michael Jackson, when he died, his estate went through the roof when people bought up all his music because he wrote his own music. Same thing with Mariah Carey. When Mariah Carey money got funny, she was still making money because she wrote her music.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why when people kept saying Mariah Carey broke, no the fuck she not. She might
Mariah Carey,
not have had as much money as she had, but she was never broke.
the lowest in the last 20 years, and I this is my girl, I checked. The lowest Mariah Carey's estate has gotten to in the last 20 years, going all the way back to the late 90s, is about 400 and something million at her worst.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know where that came from that she was broke.
literally 90% of all of her music she wrote.
And that's why,
and then she writes for so many other people. And she never do nothing else in life.
and that's why Michael Jackson could get loans. That's why he could always get loans because he could always use his catalog as collateral. They like his, and when and then at one point he owned the Beatles catalog. He's always gonna make money. Now Michael Jackson spent it, and he wasn't managing it well, but it was never a situation where Michael Jackson was down and out like that. I mean, yeah, his money got funny, but he always owned his music, and that was gonna always bring him money, right? I don't know. I was getting frustrated because I was like, I think we have to stop. Like when people were like, Brandy can't sing. Brandy can sing. Is Brandy the best singer? Hell no. But
Leave that woman alone. She's the vocal watchtower.
Listen, now that's why I said that she ain't nobody's vocal Bible. I don't know where the fuck that came from. But she can sing. She can yang in the shower or whatever.
Why ain't gonna reduce for the yin 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 in the shower and yin 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 around the house?
In the shower or whatever.
Hey, Shelby.
Bobo talking about some Cardi would have been good in P Valley. You know what? She would have. Because they said Cardi was good as hell on that. Now listen, they said when she was on the stage, honey, Cardi was good on the stage.
She too thick to be lifting all that up.
Well, remember, Cardi wasn't that thick when she was.
Right, Cardi
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right now, she looks like she's too thick for all that.
She wasn't that big on Love and Hip Hop like that. I know she's had work done even since Love and Hip Hop.
She's had work done even since last week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't go last week. I wouldn't go last week because she probably needed time to heal before the music video. It takes them, a couple weeks to heal.
You know what? I was thinking that. I'm gonna say this because I'm gonna shut up. I was looking at the Rock video, and I was thinking that. I said, now we gave Lil' Kim hell in a basket about all of the work that she had done. I'm afraid of that. That's the direction that Cardi is going in now. Y'all said that maybe those breasts might be prosthetics, and that might not be her real breasts. But if those are her real breasts, she definitely got those bigger. Those breasts she had 2 years ago. We know she's had lipo. We know, I'm looking at her and I'm like, baby, stop. Like, you are fine. You look good. Stop.
But you know what? It goes back to, what was the chick name that was on?
Could that be from the baby?
Huh?
It could very well be. But what's the name of the chick that was on this past season of Love and Hip Hop New York when Fresher, whatever his name is, kept trying to get her to have surgery and stuff like that in order for her to have a career? She was like, I just don't want to do all that.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking at her and I'm just like, baby, please don't do too much. Just don't, because I think I like Cardi. I mean, again, I don't think Cardi's the best lyricist to ever live, but I like her. It's a bop. But I'm looking at her and I'm like, now unless she's pregnant again, no, those breasts ain't from the baby. That baby damn near 5 years old.
Ain't no 5 years old. I mean, I know I'm getting older, but damn it, not that fast now.
To your opinion, boo. That's fine. That's fine, baby. You can stick to your opinion. All I'm saying is, Brandy may not be your cup of tea, but like for example, Beyonce ain't my cup of tea. But y'all never heard me say Beyonce can't sing. You've heard me say I'm not a Beyonce fan. Now, but you ain't never heard me say that woman can't sing. Now, some people say, oh, Beyonce can't sing because they don't.
I'm going to save my channel and I'm going to mute Really Be because the Beehive will be on us. The Beehive will knock us all the way off. I'm sorry, but y'all know how the Beehive is. The Beehive will gather us and they will
shut up. I will shut up.
Because I want to talk. I don't see it for Beyonce.
Remember in Drumline when he was like, "Flight of the Bumblebee." I could just hear the music right now.
Yeah.
Wrong on there.
Yeah. I'm trying to tell you. Because they do not fall.
Queen, child. I ain't coming for their queen. All right, I'm gonna shut up. That's all I wanted to say. I was listening and I was just like, I was wanting to type.
Yeah, I never been a crazy fan of hers, but I do give her hope. I mean, she put in work and she has a nice voice.
And I will say this about Beyonce: her vocal ability did get better once she started getting more vocal training. She definitely got better over the years. I still don't care for her like that, but
yeah, she's definitely gotten better now. Yes, but that's the same thing with Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige's vocal ability has gotten better. Like, they get training, like they do. Well, they should. Let me say that they should. You know,
put down them cigarettes and whatever else she was doing.
Correct.
Yeah, she was snorting. No, she was snorting, and she said it. I'm not making that up. She said it. She said what video was that? It was some video. I can't remember what video it was, but she said she did an 8-ball the night before and thought she damn near died the night before. It was a particular video. This one she was going on. Remember Lifetime used to have the show Intimate Portrait?
Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah.
told all the business. She said she did an 8 ball
Um.
for and
Oh, let me put this little. I'm just gonna spend 5 minutes on this. Really, be you will be have a lot to say about this. Perhaps Ty probably won't, but we're gonna spend 5 minutes on this, and we're gonna move on because my people probably want to know. So, really, be I sent an article about David McMahon. You should have gotten it last night.
I'm gonna go doodle real quick.
Ew. See, this is what I got to deal with Ty. This is what I got to deal with. Dear God. Anyway, so David David Makes Man is coming back for season 2. They're about to I think they've already started production. Anyway, one of the plot lines for David Makes Man in season 2, spoiler alert, David is they're supposed to show David in his 30s. Either he's 30 or he's in his 30s. And that's going to be one of the plot lines. And I think they're going to, Keely McDowell is still going to be the star. So I think they're going to.
I was ready to say, what we doing with Achilles?
The storyline is going to toggle, if I'm just putting it together, between him being
forward instead of back.
And go back and forward between that. But Kwame Patterson is supposed to play as David. Now, Kwame Patterson, I think, is the guy who played the right-hand man of Marlo from The Wire. That's the same guy who played, what was his name? What is his name? Monk?
I don't know. I ain't got that season yet.
Season 4 and 5 of The Wire. Who shot? But you remember he had the nappy fro. That was the right-hand man of Marlo. He did all the heavy lifting. He always drove the SUV with Snoop. It was always him and Snoop.
Oh, him with Snoop. Okay, I do know you're talking about.
You know the dog skin one with the afro? Him. He's scheduled to play. He's also in Snowfall.
Okay.
But he's slated to play David, and then they showed the guy who's supposed to play JG. The adult version of JG. I'm kind of curious. Echo Man said that made me fall out from the bushes. Oh my God. What made you fall out the bushes? Echo Man? Oh, child. Damn time. Anyway, and I know Abby said that she hopes that they don't mess it up by doing that. I'm going to say at this point, I trust the writers enough to say that I think that they'll do right by the show. I trust them, and I don't. Oh, okay. I trust them enough, and I don't suspect that they would do anything to, jeopardize what is an award-winning show. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I think they'll get this right. A lot of times, you kind of get pigeonholed into one thing, and you as a viewer will say, "Oh, I want to see this, and I want to see this over and over and over." And sometimes you should just let the show and the writers take you on the journey and see how it unfolds. So I trust them.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like they told that story, so I'm okay with us fast forwarding. I'm even okay with seeing where he ended up and flashing back to how he got there. If that's what they're doing, I'm okay with that. I don't want them to I'm okay with us seeing if he got into the high school. I'm okay with us fast forwarding to him being in high school because I feel like they've told that story. I need to know what happened to the best friend. But even with that, I don't think that's a. I'm okay with us fast forwarding a little bit. Because first of all, they're gonna be older. By the time we get this season out, they're gonna be older. They're gonna look older. So I'm okay with him not playing an 8th grader. You know what I mean? He's already damn 20 years old. So you know what I'm saying. I'm exaggerating, I know. But so I don't know. I'm cool.
I think he's 18 or 19. He just graduated. I think he's 18 still. He just graduated 2020.
Yeah. He did. Yeah, he just graduated. I'm waiting to see. I'm with you. I'm gonna trust the writing until they give me a reason not to trust them.
Exactly. I think what I would do if I were writing, if he's the successful businessman, I would do a pointing backwards to showing whether we they
Jaded,
dated or
Jaded,
tied into him being in the drug game.
and I need you to answer the damn phone when I call, Jaded. Okay? Okay.
Jada don't be answering the phone. He be in that damn room.
Jaded don't
Doing
answer
only
the
God, he be in that damn room doing only God knows what push-ups and having that extra bottle of Albaline sitting right by the on the
He
nightstand.
did text me back the other day, but damn.
Anyway, but like I said, I trust the writers. I would love for them to see, okay, he's doing this in the business world and it having a parallel to what he was doing when he was in the, on the blog, in the drug game and stuff like that. And so I would love to see it be like a 75-25, where it's 75% him younger, maybe 25% of it,
Well, I
the older
didn't
one.
just flash back to tell us the story. I'm okay with them flashing forward to bring us up to speed. Like I don't know, I'm okay with it. I'm gonna wait. Like I said, I'm gonna wait and
I'm
see.
waiting to see.
But I'm okay. I'm not totally upset by it. I'm not totally upset by it until I see what they really end up doing. I'm not gonna be totally pissed off until I really get it. Yeah, until I really get it. Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that they put it out there because it does give you a buzz about the show. Now it makes you say, "Oh shit, how are they going to do this? How are they going to write this? What is it?" You know what I'm saying? So I find it interesting. I find it very interesting, to say the least. Um, that they just put that out there, sprinkled that out there. Say just in case you want to know.
You know what? I'm so over this dumb shit.
So Ty, you can come back now, dear God. Did you get it all out? Are you done growing a tail? Are you done growing a tail?
Now you don't have to announce it. You can just leave. You don't have to announce it.
I never leave this seat. I was sitting right here, blazing.
Yeah, he has a bedpan right up under him, so he can just, do it right
Mm,
there.
okay.
Drugs in front of me.
Ty,
No,
you supposed to be Ty.
what?
You supposed to keep me. What else was I supposed to talk about? I talked about that chance thing. I don't want that. I was gonna say when we because then we segue into the real world. I don't want them to keep giving these same people the same opportunities to make garbage over and over and over again.
What's
Chance
that
has
about?
made nothing but garbage. Nikki says at least it's not like Power where the kids play the same age for 5 years.
Right.
Child. Except for the baby, who went from being a newborn baby season 1 to season 2, he's 5 years old. Like 3, 4 years old, which was the dumbest shit on earth, but whatever.
There ain't want no infant on the set no more.
Miss
I want
Witt.
to watch Tiffany Paula doesn't have her own show because we don't want to see her. Just like we don't want to see Shannon.
She's had 20 shows. Her 15 minutes.
Right. Like that's what I'm talking about.
I'm good with her having her own show. I'm good with it.
What they need to do is they need to give me a show that highlights all of these wonderful Instagram and TikTok thirst trap. The new people, it's a whole lot of new young boys out here. Have a show dedicated to us, showing us all of the Instagram models and thirst traps out there. I'm here for it.
Especially
a lot of money.
She showed no evolution. Where the fuck are all these? Yo, it's gotta be some. Yo, where are all these flies coming from in my house, yo? This shit is ridiculous. It's gotta be a hole where they put that air conditioner in. There's gotta be a hole somewhere in there because you had to do what yesterday?
Because she's having a whole conversation. She's having a whole conversation. Anyway, I think that would be, how popular and how the people love seeing the thirst trap people. I'm not being funny. I'm trying to be serious. I think it would be a moneymaker if they had a show and the premise was around all of the men and women who do nothing but come on the gram, Snapchat, and they thirst trap. There's a market out there for them. These people, blow up and have hundreds of thousands, millions of subscribers, and have you talk about having no talent? Have no talent. All they
And
do
what's
is
the
sit
purpose
there.
of the show? To see who can rack up the most likes.
I mean, you would have to come up with the premise of the show, have them get eliminated. You could have it be something where they could do something like maybe have challenges or do like little photo shoots at the
So
end.
similar,
I don't know. Similar to
similar.
kind of like a next top model type situation.
You ever see
But and
this?
you can probably have it like where it's an internet vote where people weekly can vote them out based on their likes or their pictures and stuff like that.
That's like the Circle that was on Netflix, where they locked like 10
Well,
contestants.
I know what the circle was. Not really, because the circle
I
they
mean, it was
voted each
media
other off.
based, but it was social media based, like
Right.
on who was liked the most and all of that type of shit.
I mean, I reviewed the circle. Kind of know,
They
me.
have other like I think the Circle Canada, Circle
It's
U,
the circle started in New York,
but they have others now.
not New York. I'm sorry, in England. I don't know why I said New York.
Oh,
The circle started in England, I should say.
okay.
I didn't mean New York. Um,
You was gonna talk about
so really,
that.
me, you would love this next story. You're gonna love this next story. The history buff that you are. So this dude put on. Let me pull up the art. Hold on, because I need y'all to be able to see this. So this dude is very, 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 very much so all about making sure people go out and vote. He is here for making sure that we get out the vote. And really, be, I'm sure that you can appreciate anyone who is all about getting out the vote, right? You can appreciate that.
See, I feel like that's a setup, so I'm going to reserve that statement. I feel like it's a setup. I feel like it's a setup.
All right.
Why are you telling y'all don't vote?
All right. So let me share screen. Hold on. All right. All right. So here we go. As you can see, the headline says man's jacked profile says you can't get any of his 10 inches unless you're registered to vote.
Oh.
Does it really say that?
Oh, yes. Oh, we're going to get down to it. Hold on. If this okay, so this is his jack profile. It says, are you registered to vote? He's 35, black, 6'4", 200, solid. This is, random play, no strings attached. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, he's versatile. He's taking prep. Now, what I do, registering people to vote. I have a big dick, 10.5 inches, and a fat ass, and you can't have either unless you're registered to vote. Bring your voter registration card, or we can get you registered when you get here. Yes, I'm serious. What I'm looking for, registering people to vote. I have a big dick and a fat ass. All right. So this is a conversation that he had with somebody that tried to hit him up. The person said, I want some dick. He follows up, did you read my profile? They follow up, yeah, so what's up? He follows up with, are you registered to vote? If you're not, you get no dick. He says, "Can I get the ass then?"
Uh-uh.
Profile clearly states that the terms of any sexual contact is you can bring proof you are registered or you can register once you get here. All that for some sex, bro, you tripping. And then he says you're tripping if you don't vote. But I can be tripping and you can be blocked. Bam.
Oh Lord, my.
They don't show the meat, but apparently, it's pixelated and apparently
Oh my.
I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it.
For that, now that I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all. Go on, boo. Everybody, everybody plays a position, however big or small.
In the age of COVID, so people can't fuck no more.
Nah, they don't want y'all having sex. Not in this COVID day and age.
Oh shit!
I'm here for it. Listen, if you was willing to get busted out of that, he didn't even say you already had to be registered. He said, "Listen, I can register you."
Right? He said, "We can register when you get here."
Right. If you wanted to dick or the ass that bad, you should have went over there. Okay, well, here you go. Let's go ahead and knock this down.
I'm not mad. He's doing his civic duty. I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him at all. But
What
you are doing your civic duty.
What state was he in?
Look at Ty. Now you should go looking up this man's profile.
No, I just want to know.
Why does it matter?
I'm not looking for no dick.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm not here for him.
I'm not.
Is that because we'll talk about it backstage? I know why you not looking for none. I know exactly why you not looking for none. And we'll talk about that backstage.
Because I'm not.
Just like most people aren't hungry right when they leave from China buffet or the hibachi grill eating a whole. Most people aren't hungry at that after that either.
I'm trying to say I done had a buffet.
Unless they went with they ain't ate nothing.
He is the best. I am as pure as the undriven snow. Or some shit like
There's the driven in snow?
The undriven.
No, the driven in, meaning bitch has been driving in it all day.
And I mean undriven, like no cars have drove over.
Oh dear God.
Ty, I love you, but
The undriven snow.
You said the undriven snow. Okay. All right, boo.
But yes, really I thought that you would appreciate this young man.
I do. I appreciate him. Kudos to him. Kudos to him. I appreciate that.
That young man said, listen.
Why are you drinking coffee out of your beautiful coffee cup that I got you?
Wait, what?
Why are you not drinking your coffee out of that beautiful coffee cup that I got you?
You didn't give me a coffee cup. You gave me like the thermal cup.
But it keeps it hot.
Oh, yeah, it does. I can't. I mean, it's no more coffee. It's gone. It's gone.
I mean, the purpose of me giving you that was for you to use it for your silly Saturday. So
you know what? You're right. And let me pour some liquor in there.
The entirety of your show.
You're right. I apologize.
Oh my
but
God.
You know what I want? I told one of my subscribers I need a one of those long metal straws so it can fit in there, because the cup is like this long, and I want.
Friends.
I mean, what are we talking about here? What are we? Y'all see what I got to deal with? Do y'all see what I have to be subjected to?
I didn't say
I'm
anything. I
just,
just asked a question.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying.
Right, one chip, exactly. That's an excuse, one chip. That is an excuse.
Has anybody been to a Zoom funeral?
Yes, I
Wait, what?
have.
Oh yeah, really be yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, really be your mom do all the Zoom funerals.
Lord, my mom do all the funerals. I'm like, you doing Zoom funerals for people you ain't even know? Like, I need you to go sit down, lady.
Listen, she's here for it.
There was a lady in the projects I grew up in. She went to people's funerals that she didn't even know.
Like,
Child,
We used to call her funeral lady.
child, my great aunt used to go. I told you about that story. Really behind my great aunt at random funerals would even go up there and talk and say, "Well, I ain't really know so and so, but I just wanted to say, I just hope she rests in the bosom of the good Lord." Wait a minute,
you don't even know
I
her.
don't know these people. No, they say my great aunt used to go up there and when like whoever was, the spouse or whatever, start crying, she go up in there and start hugging them and breaking out her own Kleenex and handkerchiefs and stuff to wipe their tears and be rocking with them and holding them. And they people be thinking that she's a part of the funeral home because the funeral home have somebody that be there to kind of comfort her, and she'll be part of nobody's funeral home. Just randomly at somebody's funeral, grab it all over you. That's a mess.
Cause
Grief Those are grief junkies.
yeah. Yeah, I had a death in my family this week, and they're gonna have a memorial, and I'm not sure if it's gonna be in person or if it's gonna be like on a Zoom. So remember, I don't know if you remember El Teddy, maybe a couple of months ago. I think it was the night we were gonna do the first Power. We were gonna do that first Power review, and I told y'all I had a drive-through birthday to go to. A friend of my family member. It was a drive-through birthday. I don't know if you remember that or not. She passed away.
Okay.
Yeah. So that kind of got me. She was somebody I really, So it hit me a little bit. But
Okay.
I don't know if they're gonna do. I know they're gonna do a memorial because she's being cremated. But I'm not sure if it's gonna be like in person and we're just gonna wear our mask and whatever, or if it's gonna be on a Zoom type situation. So
Yeah, sorry to hear.
I have been to a Zoom funeral.
Because I'm looking through YouTube and I see Sherry Shepherd had did a video
That'd be a host on me.
talking about Zoom funeral etiquette.
Wait,
First
there's
of
a Zoom funeral?
First of all, mute your phone. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. First of all, mute your computer because mute your computer because nobody need to hear like when people are trying to, hear the service. Nobody need to hear your personal conversations in your house. It's like with a Zoom meeting. I need you to mute yourself.
I mean, but that's like on any conference call. I hate the people who don't mute on conference call, and I'm on a lot of conference calls. Put the phone on mute. You take yourself off mute.
But most of the people that are tuning in don't have conference call etiquette.
No, but you know what I do? If I'm hitting a conference call, you can press a button and mute everybody.
Speaking of.
So I don't know. But I was about to say something and I forgot my whole train of thought. Oh, dear God. What was I thinking? My brain.
That's that coffee.
You know why? Because you're not drinking your coffee out of your red coffee cup.
It's no more coffee to be consumed. God, so much pressure.
There's so much pressure.
You're over there coaxing her on, child.
Not me.
Y'all see what I got to deal with? Listen, I hate using Zoom for elderly folks in my church. They're so amazed by it, and they be like, "Can you see me?" Yes, I can. Okay, yes, we can see you.
Oh,
and they laughing back and forth. You know what, Jonathan? That's what really be doing a lot of times. Really be doing like, no people, can you hear me? Can you see me? but she old.
Oh wow, baby. Y'all think could really hit me in there? Like grandma, move back.
Listen, that was like my mother the first time. The first time I had her on FaceTime. Matter of fact, she was talking to my niece. First time on FaceTime. She's talking, they had a whole conversation. And she had the phone facing the wall. And I was like, Ma, you know she's like that. Whatever you seeing on that, that's what she's seeing. So you've been showing her the wall the whole time y'all been talking. Oh, I have to hold it like this, and I'm telling my niece, I said, why you ain't say something? Why you just let her? Why you just look at the wall the whole conversation?
You know, it's so funny because God bless that my grandmother, before she passed, when we first, and we had to take the cell phone from her child. When she first got a cell phone, she used to do like this. She used to hold the phone way out. I know you can't see it, be like this. Press the button way out here, like, oh wait. I said, Grandma, why you holding the phone way out? And she pressed the button so hard. Well, I want to make sure it goes through, and I don't want that on my ear while it's going through. Grandma, what are you doing? Like she will hold the phone way out and be like, all right. And I press the buttons. I said, Grandma, you're gonna break the phone. Well, I want to make sure it goes through, and I don't want all them. We call it zippers, transistors, all in my ear and stuff like that.
You know
Grandma,
what?
My grandma was when they started lighting, everything in the house got to go off. Everything. She played them games, unhook the phone,
That's
turn on.
how my father used to be. My father used to be like that. As soon as we heard thunder, he'd be like, turn the TV off. Turn off all the lights. We was like, and when we was kids, we really, like, as I got older, I was like, for real though. But like as kids, like we'd be sitting in the dark. I mean, the whole thunderstorm, we just be like this.
Pitch black, like what this, like we ain't got no power, like lights is off.
Right.
Now, mind you, I done lived in households where the power did get cut off, and I know what that's all about. Having to have candles, eat at candlelight, having to put your school clothes underneath your in between your mattress and box springs, so it would like iron itself out. And because you have no iron to use the next morning, don't judge me. I know what that is.
I'm not judging you.
You sleep on it, having to.
I'm judging.
Okay, me and my brothers had even stole from this store one time a box of sternos. Don't ask me how we stole it. We slid it through inside the shirt and pants. But anyway, the box of sternos. And we used to keep them for times when the power would go out. And we used to take like the Chef Boyardee beefaroni or whatever, because we only ate beefaroni. We didn't like the spaghetti and meatball. We only ate beefaroni. And we knew how to hold the can above the sterno and have it propped up. So that's how we would eat and cook hot food if the lights was out. Don't judge me. You have to make it happen.
I'm not judging. I'm about to say that's very creative. That was very creative.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the stealing the sternos part, it was creative how we stole it, though. Listen, every child has shoplifted something. If you grew all the way up from birth to 18 years old and never shoplifted, I just find that hard to believe.
I may or may not be currently banned from entering Century 21.
Real estate people.
Right, what is Century 21?
It's
real estate office.
Huh?
What are you stealing from the real estate office?
No, it's not. It's a clothes. They have everything there. Clothes, perfume.
Okay.
Everything. High end stuff as well. And not high.
Forever 21?
Huh?
Is it Forever 21?
No, Century 20. It's sort of like a Macy's.
I thought Century 21 was the real estate people.
They got one in Philly? Oh, okay. That must be up north.
Me and my homegirl was in there, and
this kind of designer stuff.
We was by the perfumes and colognes and stuff, and it was one cologne that I smelled that I like, and I had money, and I just was like, I'm gonna take this. And she was like, all right. And so I put it in my pocket and we went walking. And I had to go to the bathroom. So I go upstairs, and as I'm getting ready to go in the bathroom, this guy was like, "Excuse me, sir, can you come with me?" And I'm just like, I was like, I gotta pee. I was like, you can come with me because I gotta pee. That's really why we went in the whole fucking store. But I don't know why they didn't ditch it while I was in the bathroom. But he would have went right in there after me and found it. Because they had been watching me. I don't know how and when, but they saw me. And so he was just like, look, he was like, I ain't gonna call no cops. He was like, you just signed a paper promise not to come here for 7 years. And
did y'all see this comment that Nikki just put up? I'm not doing this with your grandma, Nikki. My grandmother used to swear when she had a lot of emails that made her fall.
Yeah, mine happened in Brooklyn.
She would literally have us delete her email, and she swore God life.
Listen, that's hilarious to me. That sounds like something I can hear my grandmother say something like that.
Listen, I remember stealing from the corner store. I used to steal the porn magazines. They used to keep up on this rack, and they used to come in a plastic wrap with like 4 or 5 different magazines at one time. It was like 4 magazines in a little plastic wrap, and they had each of the packs on the rack. But it was in the back of the store, like in the corner. It wasn't in the front of the store because you couldn't have porn in the front. Baby, and me and my friends used to go over there, and it was always about 3 or 4 of us. We used to crowd around, you know what I'm saying? One of us used to steal every day. One of us would steal. And so it was always, we would steal either 1 or 2 packs, and you stole it up, but everybody could use their own magazine.
So you've been a hoe your whole life, basically. You just been a hoe your whole life.
Whatever.
I'm sure.
Whatever.
I mean,
the streets are talking.
I did. I said what I want. I did.
The streets are talking, and I'm pretty sure.
Ty, do I need to tell what talks for you? Don't make me go down this road, Ty. I know you.
Enlighten me, please.
I know you,
Mr. Teacher.
I know you.
There are things
This table is a little sunny.
I still want to learn.
That's what I'm saying. It's a bunch of flies, and I'm like, where the hell are they coming from? It's got to be a whole.
I tried to go to. I went to the grocery store yesterday.
I'm sorry, y'all.
And I tried to get a sticky.
I was just telling somebody yesterday that my curtain is still down, and it's been down for about a week because my cat chases flies. Like, that bitch haven't caught one mouse. I don't have mice, but she hasn't caught not one mouse up in here. But she running around this bitch tearing shit down, chasing flies.
Dumbass. But you want to talk about the streets are talking for me? The trees are talking for you.
I'm sorry?
The trees and the bushes are talking.
And saying. And they're saying.
Don't do me.
And they're saying.
Exactly. Exactly.
Child, it's too early for all of this. I don't need this in my life. Oh shit, I got a bang. I didn't even know I did that.
You know what?
I tried to go to the grocery store.
All right.
Where do you get those sticky things?
Give me a nice
anyway. So
seconds. Go ahead.
Really, you see what I got to deal with Ty? Do you see what I got to deal with?
I wasn't paying attention. We were trying to figure out how to get where these flies are coming from.
Do you ever see somebody pull a bang down just so they can move it?
I do it all the time. This bang right here, I do it right here. This bang right here, look, I do this.
Yes.
You know.
I'm a new woman.
Why do I put up with these people, y'all? Why, God, why?
So I'm mad at you too. I'm gonna just tell you, I'm mad at you.
Who is it?
Why?
I'm mad at you because you were not socially distancing for your birthday. I know it's your birthday and I get it, but you were not socially distancing, and I was
Um,
not happy.
the sad part is he was social distancing, if you know what I mean.
That's
I'm,
all I'm saying.
I'm a
Mm.
44-year-old virgin. I keep saying, I know people probably look at me like you.
Wait a minute, Todd. You said you're what?
Anyway,
Oh, exactly. Go ahead and backpedal and pussy pop off that one. Backpedal and pussy pop off that one.
um,
Hmm.
yeah,
Oh,
I'm just tired of. I don't know. I don't know. I
you're
can't.
tired of you don't know.
I can't. I can't. Because I say this at the risk of sounding stupid as hell, but I'm just tired of masks. I'm tired of masks. I'm tired of them, and I still
That I'm frustrated and tired as well, but I
listen
just
to.
need you to stay safe, boo. I just need you to
No,
stay
no,
safe.
no. I do. I take it with me every time I leave out, and I wear it where they say I need to wear it, like on trains and buses and in stores and stuff. But yeah, when I get around my peoples, I'm like, you got yours off, like I got mine off, whatever. So
I mean, it's kind of hard to facilitate the things that you do with masks on.
no, the fuck it ain't. No, it ain't.
Oh, yes, it is.
Because
Well, I guess if you might be right
that
because we can
which
strip
you
through all the
allude
preliminaries
to,
and get straight to Final Jeopardy.
what you say?
You really don't need the mask on. You can keep the mask on,
If you're
and if
insinuating
all
that,
you doing is bending over,
what?
if all you doing is bending over or tooting it up, mask can stay on.
That's true. That's true. For whoever is bending over and tooting it up, that is true. That is very true.
Toot that thing up, mommy. Make it roll. May he rest in peace.
My bones ain't built for tooting.
Your who?
My bones are not built for tooting.
Oh, I thought you said your balls are not made for toot.
My
Like what?
bones. My bones.
See what I got to go through? Really be
I
seeing
can no
what I got
longer
to deal
toot.
with.
I'm tootless.
He said I'm toothless.
I'm untootable. I'm untootable.
I'm toothless.
I can't. I can't. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
How did we get here?
This whack ass channel.
I can't stand you. This is why I don't like him.
My battery about to die. I need to plug in my computer. Did you?
Take him down a little bit. I see what you doing back there. Should I put you back on real fast? You raggedy bitch, you. I see what you're doing. Because I will put you back on. Let the people see what you be doing backstage. Dear God.
I don't
Anyway.
want to know what he's doing backstage.
You probably don't. You probably don't. Anyway, y'all. So I think we got what the hell? Sit down. Sit your ass down. Oh dear God. Todd. Oh dear. Really be. You don't want to see what is going on. Oh God. Sit down, sir. So let me bring him back on because if I bring him back on, he's less inclined to do what it is that he's doing. Uh,
Just chilling, huh?
So I believe you weren't doing nothing crazy. I believe.
right. Mm.
He is trying to ruin my name out in these YouTube streets.
Yeah, make it seem like you cutting up. I know. I know you ain't doing that.
I was over
Last
here.
thing I'm gonna say is really be put earmuffs for you. Really be earmuffs. Earmuffs. Go like this. Go like this. Why
Yeah.
y'all ain't tell me that they was gonna try and take me out at the end of the shy this week? Why y'all ain't tell me they was gonna try and take me out?
Okay.
All right, that's all. I'm done. Who they tried to take me out?
I still haven't gotten into that.
Shit.
I'm behind. I'm so far behind. This is ridiculous.
They tried to take me out. So, let me ask y'all this really be in time. Somebody told me that one of the actors on Greenleaf put on the Greenleaf official Instagram that there was more than 8 episodes, that it might be 9 or 10.
But it's not playing like it's 9 or 10. Matter of fact, they even said the season finale last week when they were advertising. They said next week season.
That's what I'm saying.
It's series finale. Matter of fact, so now I don't know about that one. Now maybe there's gonna be like a bonus episode or something, but they said series finale.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. Okay.
You crazy? Hold on, that's two different things.
Right, but let's walk that back.
You crazy now?
But I
There
never
we go.
seen not one episode.
And then some people have tried to introduce into the atmosphere that the bishop might not be dead.
Well, we didn't see him die. He had a stroke, but we didn't see him die.
We did not see him die. But I think if the show is going away, you do. I called it.
Dead.
I called it on my review back on episode 6 review. I said he's gonna die. I knew that, but he's dead. He got to be dead.
He's dead.
Mm-hmm. Like you had to. You gave his little soliloquy, his monologue. His swan
He cleared his conscience.
been going on. Just like
But you know what? Am I the only one that forgot that Clarissa knew that Fernando and them was duping them? Am I the only one that forgot that part? So I was like,
I remember that. I remembered vividly.
You thought you had to get back with this man went out the window at that moment. Like
Because remember she called her friend and her friend called her and told her she called the friend and told the friend to look into.
That's right, yeah.
And the friend came and told her, that they and the friend told her. And remember Jacob signed and she knew when Jacob was signed and never told him. And that's why I remember on my review, I went in on her. Like, bitch, I know you the fuck lying. She's a whole mess. That damn Clarissa. Can I have Kevin on the series finale? Can y'all at least bring him back for the series finale?
Kevin is minding the business that pay him, and he said Greenleaf don't pay him.
Well, Chicago Fire is apparently paying him.
That's what I'm saying. He's minding the business that pays him.
Can we get Kevin at least for the series finale? At this point, I want to see the spinoff be about AJ. I want to explore the AJ story.
I don't give a fuck. I'm glad that they didn't have Charity getting back with Phil. I'm so glad that she told him to kiss her ass.
That's only for the current episode. She might be busting it down for him by next episode. Child, this is Charity we're talking about.
Well, at least when they give me my temporary win, then shit.
And then, I don't think we've seen the last of Rochelle. Like, that's too easy for that to be the last we see of Rochelle. Hey, Shawana. I'm just saying. Anyway, y'all, we should get ready to get off. We've been on here almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. Ty, what are you doing?
I'm looking at y'all still watch
It's definitely a
oh,
hole. Look at
y'all
all
still
these
watch
fires.
Marriage Boot Camp?
I watch Marriage Boot Camp. I don't review it, but I watch it.
Hand me the
That fake ass fight that
Willie and Devon had.
yeah.
Child. But they still on the show. And they put hands on each other. And then what's her name? Tahiri bust Vado in the face or in the head with an apple, and she's still on the show. But when Vado, his puts his hands on her, now he's off the show. I'm just trying to make it make sense.
I don't watch it, but I was just scrolling and
Because y'all here talking about y'all not trying to promote domestic abuse and violence or whatever, but you let her hit him with his apple with
Nobody said
no
anything.
repercussions.
That's my problem. My problem is that nobody addressed it. Like y'all didn't say nothing to her because she started it. She insulted him first.
And even if people are saying, well, why he waited so long, this, that, and the third, that's even more reason why production and everybody should have said, nope, you did that. This is a part of our rules. There's no hitting, no touching. Y'all, you off the show. Period. Before he even got a chance to do all of that, they should have stepped in and said, no, we're not going to promote this type of violence. That is domestic violence and domestic abuse.
Right. They didn't say nothing about that boy snatching that phone out of Hazel's hand. They ain't say nothing but Soldier Boy yoked up Nia. I mean, like it's been other situations that they ain't had nothing. They ain't seen have a problem with none of that other shit.
did they throw Willie and other boy off?
No.
Hell no, they still there.
They didn't even make them cool down. They let him come right back in the room.
Mm-hmm.
That fight was gay. That fight was real gay.
And then they over there damn near fucking. What was it? The next scene or the next day where they was apologizing to each other? I thought they was gonna start fucking.
The whole thing looked sort of staged because I don't know what real men fight like that.
It was a mess. It was a mess.
I don't think it was staged, but I just think that the hypocrisy, and I'm just not one of those women that's really people that's like, oh, the woman, it's always the woman. No, you don't hit nobody. I was always told, don't hit nobody and expect not to be hit back. She basically punched that man in his face twice. Because those apples hit him dead in his face. And he wasn't looking for him or ready for him. And then she going to say, I was playing when I threw the apple. No, that's not how you play.
You
don't
don't
like
do
that.
that. Because what if he said, well, I was playing when I choked her?
Right.
Y'all ain't buying that.
And he said he didn't choke her. He said he grabbed her. He said he grabbed her like that. He said he didn't choke her. He just yoked her. He said he didn't choke her. And I believe him because if you think, go back to that camera angle, we never saw we never saw his hands around her neck. We saw him jump up. We saw the back of him, and then we saw like it was the view was. We never saw his hands around her neck.
Right.
And that's what he said. He said I didn't. He said I did not choke her. He said I grabbed her. And I believe him. I believe him. I do. And as far as the waiting time, when people was like, why he wait so long? I've done that. First of all, he was pissed. And again, production should have made him calm down. Production, at the very least, production should have asked him, are you okay? You good to go in there? Because he was pissed. And then when she started talking about he makes me look, see, now you're going to blame it on me? Now you're going to say it's my fault that you just hit me in the face.
But the thing about it is, and here's where I'm going to say this. People were willing to say that people are victim shaming Tahiri, but I have to push back and saying, are you victim shaming the Vado? Because he's the one that was the victim of domestic violence first.
Exactly.
But nobody wants to hear that. That's not a popular.
No, but that's what I said I've been doing my marriage boot camp review as a members only. But this episode I'm gonna make public because I got some shit to say because I'm like, nah, like I'm not gonna go along with that narrative. I'm not gonna buy into that narrative. That's bullshit. And I think it's fucked up that the way they spin that was that Tahiri was the victim, and we all should feel sorry for Tahiri, and she was absolved from anything. Like I have a problem with the fact that
Even by her introducing that she was the victim of domestic violence, you are trying to spin the story. You are trying to make it like, oh, he was the big bad wolf who jumped on me, and now I'm the victim of domestic violence. When he was the victim of domestic violence from you. But now it's it
but
fits the narrative.
why, but that's what I'm saying. That's why for me at least, that's why I'm not buying into that. I just can't buy into that narrative, and I'm not going to because again, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Domestic violence isn't a one-way street. Domestic violence isn't just a woman getting assaulted by a man. And again, production, like you said the other day, El Teddy, production failed everybody because the minute she threw them apples, production should have stepped in, and then the rest of it would have never happened.
Exactly.
The rest of it would have never happened.
But what they want is they want those ratings because the show is not getting that great of ratings. So now they have you can probably expect that the first 15 minutes of the next episode is going to get good numbers and then it'll trail off from there because the shit is garbage and trash anyway.
And you can also tell that some of that stuff was done last week because Dr. Ish was at home. You could tell that some of that, you saw how some of his stuff was done in the actual production, and then some of it was done post production, like he was talking from his house. And I was like, see, some of this shit y'all added. Y'all just added.
You see
He
how
said it was recommended, but it wasn't aired. Well, then I don't know. Then that's a problem for me. That's a problem.
And if it was not aired, that's wrong as well. Because what that means is you're sending the wrong message.
Exactly.
To the message that you want to send, across the airwaves. That's just like I send a certain message about Ty. I make y'all believe that Ty is good and wholesome, but I know the truth about Ty, and I purposely make sure that I censor some of the things that he has going on because that's my dog, and I'm not gonna let him sully himself more than he already does on his own.
First of all, that's just a lie. The lie that's of hell. So.
I'm not even gonna say nothing, but you see how they getting down over, and I don't even know where Sturgis.
Oh, Sturgis, is it North Dakota? Yeah, they do it every year. The big bike rally.
Yeah,
they do it every year.
They doing it this year despite social distancing.
You know them bikers don't give a fuck.
I know one man, he was like, I'm going, I don't care what they say, they all kiss my ass. I was like, oh, shit. He said they all kiss my ass. I'm going.
You might be going up yonder. Keep playing.
He might not be coming back.
He might be going up yonder to be with his Lord.
Taking Route 66.
Mm-hmm. If anybody asks you where I'm going,
I love that song.
To be with my Lord.
Child, Tremaine sang that, honey. That's Tremaine, honey.
I'm going up yonder.
No.
You got a nice voice, really.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Ty.
Thank you.
Don't do that, Ty.
Dude, I heard that vibrato.
Don't do that.
Giving me a little more than brandy.
No.
Let me hear it again.
Don't do that, Ty. Don't do that. Just Ty.
Really, can I hear it again?
Ty. Just go ahead and just mute him now. Let's mute him. Know what he's talking about, dear God. Right. Exactly, Shawana. Ty is lying too. Thank you, Shawana.
Damn,
Exactly.
Shawana, you had to do all that though.
Is she lying? She is not lying.
It's you.
Thank you, Shawana.
Yeah, I'm live.
Oh, I didn't know I was live.
What did you think I was doing?
I think
Oh, you thought we were just backstage talking. Oh.
Anyway, we about to go backstage. Can I get some Shondas in the chat before we go
Where these
backstage?
flies are coming from in my damn house. This is not cool. All these damn flies in my house. I'm thinking where the air conditioner is hooked up, there's a hole somewhere in there. Cause the air conditioner is nigga rigged. It ain't in there like professionally done. So I'm thinking it's coming in from somewhere. They coming in here from somewhere.
You're gonna have to go get you one of them glue traps.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something because this ain't cute. Like these
You
flies.
ever go into a house where people got them glue traps hanging, and they probably should have changed it months ago?
Nasty, right?
I know exactly what you're talking. It is so nasty.
It's like 150 flies on there.
It's just nasty. Just nasty. Yes, put some Shondas in the chat. Really, well, let me ask Really Be this, and she might tell me don't do it. Cause I asked this at the beginning, Really Be.
Don't do it.
A lot of people were on here. You don't even know what I'm going to say.
I know because I watched the video from the beginning. I was just behind the chat. You were asking about all your live members only.
Oh, so why you came in my chat acting like you wasn't in here from the beginning? You know what?
I never said I wasn't in there from the beginning. You never heard me say that.
But you tried to act like you didn't know I wasn't.
I didn't know you were going live because you were live at the same time as Jaded, and I was flipping back and forth because I support both of y'all. So I was in your live and in Jaded's live, like back and forth yesterday, and I was driving when both of y'all were live. So I didn't hear you say you were going live.
I didn't even know Jaded was live. I didn't get no notification. I wouldn't even went live had I known Jaded was live.
Jaded schedules his lives. All of his lives are scheduled. So just.
But I don't. What I'm saying is, I don't be getting the notifications. I need to fix that. Because I control
notifications.
I click all notifications for all of y'all. I have all notifications on for all of y'all.
You done that a couple of times. You gone live when Jada went live.
Because I did not know.
I know you wouldn't do it on purpose. I'm just saying it's happened though. I know you didn't do it on purpose.
God.
Anyway, I don't think you should make all of your live members only. I can understand your reasoning behind it. I understand your explanation, but I think you should definitely, maybe you should make like a certain type of live members only live, but I don't think you should do all of your live members only.
What is Ty doing?
Drinking his Lysol.
I want my members only money back. How about
that? Bastard. How about that? Rat ass bastard. Anyway, here's my Shondo in the chat. As I get ready to Lord get out of here. I can't stand people. But we about to go backstage, y'all, and have a good time. It was a wonderful. Y'all know what I did want to talk about that I didn't talk about, and I wanted to have a long conversation about it, but I didn't.
How the government ain't giving us our 600?
I had intended on talking about Ed Buck and that whole situation.
Who?
Is that his name? Oh, yeah. The Democratic, the guy who's a big donor in the Democratic Party, and he is alleged to have had this whole black gay male sex ring, and black men have at least two of them.
Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that his name? Wait,
I think so.
But I know who you're talking about though.
Yeah, Ed Buck. Ed Buck, that's his name. I did want to talk about that because I don't think that is getting enough airtime as it should across social media platforms and media platforms at all. I know why. Because not only is it black men, but it's black gay men, and that's not popular. To talk about, the fact that he's killing them. we were canceling R. Kelly and they put all his stuff out there, but apparently this man was doing it for years, and he's alleged to have sometimes forcefully and injected these boys and men with crystal meth um, against their will sometimes. And they've overdosed and everything. So he had this whole black gay male sex ring thing that he had going on, and at least 2 people died. It has been alleged that um, it could be upwards of more than a dozen um, that have died, not that was involved, that have died. So I wanted to parcel that out, but that's going to take some time. So I'll save that for another live. But both of y'all are familiar with that?
Yeah.
Okay. And I know that doesn't get enough airtime, but I do want to have that conversation. Because, the girls sometimes do things for money. And anyway, any last words? Tyler?
I don't have any last words if that's what you're asking.
Next Ty, and I don't know if he's frozen. I think he's frozen. Please let it go.
Not frozen.
Okay, let it go. Let it go. I can't say it. This is why people he was doing his Antonio.
Everybody enjoy the rest of your day.
Really, he was doing his Antonio impersonation.
Right. That's what he was doing.
Because Antonio did try to freeze on camera like we weren't going to notice. And the fan was still going behind him. A mess.
Let me tell you, I've been on, like the last couple of nights, I've been on Zooms that have lasted over 5 hours.
Oh.
So my sleep pattern is all
5 hours. That's a lot.
Yeah, I was on the other night from like around 12 or 1 in the morning to 8:30 I got off.
Oh no. That's like putting in work for a full-time job. Anyway, y'all, we about to get off. Thank y'all for coming. We're going backstage. I love y'all. I love all y'all. Thank y'all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for all that you do. Y'all know. Y'all catch me around. We'll do what we do. Oh, really? Are you going to review this episode of Family of Fiance? They're supposed to have this gay couple on there this Saturday.